This may not be breaking news to many of you out there. It is hot outside, and many people can beat the heat staying inside in their air conditioning.
Yeah, and at this hour, conditions are nearly unbearable for dozens of families in at least one apartment community in Maryland. Fox 5's Bob Barnard live in Laurel with more on how those people are trying to stay out of the heat, Bob.
Yeah, hey there, guys. We are inside a public library here in Laurel. This is one of hundreds of cooling centers designated across the D.C. region. They're ideal. They're vital if there's no air conditioning at home. That is the fate of dozens of residents of an apartment community just down the road from here.
We have water fights. I have plenty of ice, plenty of water. You know what I'm saying? I do activities to keep their mind off of this.
Now, Pandora Gatling is taking care of her 4 grandchildren and a goddaughter in her home that she says hasn't had AC for more than a week. This is the Elms of Laurel Park in Maryland City, not far from the racetrack here in Laurel. The thermostat reads 88 degrees in Pandora's apartment, same reading upstairs in the 4th floor apartment of her friend and neighbor, Anastasia Adams.
And I'm terrified to leave the house because I'm afraid of what I'm going to come back to, a heat-exhausted dog or a heat-exhausted child. I'm about to leave and take my daughter to the ER now because she is wobbly and I can't do anything to cool her off.
Now, Anastasia says her 15-year-old daughter, Molette, is having a tough time with the heat in their home. So, too, their 14-year-old dog, Glory Bell. Anne Arundel County Health Department staff were in the building today checking in on residents, but nobody was at the leasing office while we were there.
In my house, it's 85 degrees. We're all burning up, sweating. Couldn't go to sleep tonight at all. It's just hard.
Any explanation from them?
No. No time, no nothing. Nothing at all.
Now, we've reached out several different times in a number of different ways to try to get in touch with the property manager of that building, that community, and have been unsuccessful. But Anne Arundel County Health Department officials tell us they've been in touch with the property manager. Apparently, they have a chiller in their air conditioning system that is broken. That part supposedly going to be there tomorrow. They're expecting it to get it fixed, something the county says they're going to make sure they do, even though, according to code in Anne Arundel County, buildings like that must provide heat during the winter, but they're not forced to provide air conditioning during the summer. Guys?
Yeah, that's a harsh reality, unfortunately, for so many. It's not just today. We're in this for quite a bit here, Mike.
Yeah, we're in for the next at least several days. We might get a brief break on Friday, but then the heat comes right back heading into the weekend. We do think the most extreme temperatures today, we're waiting to see. Did we tie a record? Our record today was 99 degrees. We think we may have touched that this afternoon. Record, by the way, we set it last year on this date. So we're dealing with very similar heat that we had this time last year. But this time last year, it wasn't as extensive. We're going to get this extreme heat for the next 3 days at least here in Washington, outside Reagan National Airport. Sun-soaked. There are some hazy skies out there. Not wildfire smoke, just general heat haze across the region. 96 your current temperature. But forget about that number because with dew points in the mid-70s, it feels like 107 degrees. That's no fun out across the D.C. region. In fact, dew points just generally gross across the area, to be completely honest with you. We got upper 70s at Quantico, 78-degree dew point, 76 in Annapolis, 72 for Dulles. We have plenty of moisture across the area, but no thunderstorms, not a lot of cloud cover. Why? Well, ridge of high pressure on top of us preventing that. I'll explain more in a moment. After you check out heat indices across the rest of the area, how about 109 is what it feels like right now. Frederick, Maryland, 109 Manassas, 110 Quantico, 104 Annapolis, 103 for Leonardtown. So just extreme heat, and it's going to be like this the next couple of days. Overnight lows only 82 D.C., Quantico, Gaithersburg, 80 Dulles. You can tell we're in a very big and extreme heat wave when those overnight low temperatures don't get out of the 80s. That really gives you a sign that, yeah, it's hot and it's humid across the D.C. region. Satellite and radar not providing too much relief other than high, thin cloud cover. Big ridge of high high pressure centered right overhead. And when these guys are parked right on top of you, it promotes a lot of sinking air. So that's why even though we're plenty humid, we got fuel for storms, we just can't get any air to rise because this guy parked on top just kind of suppresses that. Now, that changes as we head into the second half of the work week. High pressure slides off to the east. And when that happens, we continue the humidity, but we'll have a little bit more what we call mixing, and that will allow for more scattered showers and thunderstorms to build with the heat and humidity of the day. And with that could come the risk for some severe weather as we head towards the end of the week. Anytime we're this hot and this humid, it usually ends with a couple of rough thunderstorms days. 88 by 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. Look at those 90s to near 100 by tomorrow afternoon. In fact, we're going 100 for the next couple of days here in D.C. Please be safe. Lots of breaks. Hit the pool if you can. Do whatever you need to keep yourself cool. Guys?